Howdy folks, Tex Grebner here with Tex Grebner Outdoors. Hope you guys are ready for your Tex Grebner Outdoors Saturday morning cartoon awesomeness. If you guys want to support the channel in a way beyond simply watching the videos, you can go to texgrebneroutdoors.com. Check out the Make It Weird sticker, the Make It Weird shirt, the Life Ain't Like the Pornos, Hunting Ain't Like the TV Show shirt, because by God ain't that the truth. And of course, my personal favorite, the Kill with Stick shirt. Also, be on the lookout for new Tex Grebner Outdoors merchandise designs because they're going to be dropping any day now. You don't have to be in good shape to be a good hunter, but as a hunter you will never regret being in good shape. So I strongly recommend that if you're looking for a reason to start a fitness journey, which is possibly why you clicked on this video, or need motivation to continue a fitness journey, that you check out traintohunt.com, look at their programming, become involved in the Train to Hunt Challenge, and I hope to see you guys one of these years at a Train to Hunt National Championship. It can be life-changing, it can be life-saving, depending on where you are emotionally in your life. And if you guys are a traditional bow hunter, and you're looking for a discount on all your trad life supplies that you're probably going to be buying anyway, you can go to threeriversarchery.com and use the discount code of Tex Grebner in your checkout. It's going to give you a discount on your shipping, and it's also going to show your support for Tex Grebner Outdoors. And I really appreciate all of you who have bought my merchandise, and I really appreciate Three Rivers for sponsoring this channel. Now, it is dangerous to release too much of my awesomeness all at once. I have been shooting heavyweight traditional bows for a number of years, and while there is nothing that is going to make you better at shooting a bow than actually shooting a bow, you clicked on this video probably because you're looking for advice on how to avoid injury in your shoulders, or to build up to a heavier draw weight, or better control the bow that you have. So this is just some exercises out of my workout with their archery specific applications, and I hope that this video is going to be helpful to you guys. I am not a doctor. I am not physical therapy certified. I have absolutely no credibility for what I'm about to say. However, common sense and what I'm about to show you will probably at least make it make sense of why I don't think much of doing something like this. There is no wrong way of doing archery. If you get a positive result, you're doing it the right way for you. However, there are some things that I would never recommend doing, ever. Number one is drawing a bow with your elbow down and then rotating up to your anchor point. One, with a traditional bow, you've got no power. Two, it's really hard on your shoulders. Now, I don't care who you see shooting this way. I'm telling you, with, as I said, absolutely no credibility, that I don't think it's a real good idea. Because when I draw with my elbow down, or I'm going to mock draw here, with my elbow down, sure, I'm loading my lat. And then you see right here where the muscle group is. Then I rotate up. I am putting a lot of tension into that shoulder joint. You avoid doing that by drawing with your elbow up. Brace the front hand and come back to anchor. Elbow up. Also, another thing that I don't do is I shoot a 27-inch draw. I do not fight for back tension. If you have to fight for back tension, then you're not going to be able to do it every single time. You're not actually going to be consistent. And so I don't fight for back tension, because just as you put a lot of tension in that shoulder joint by drawing like this, or drawing like this, down first and then up, just as that causes a lot of tension, if you shrug up trying to get that back tension, it still puts a lot of strain in that shoulder joint. Just as we don't want to grind our joints, it's important that we train both sides of the body. That way we don't develop a muscular imbalance. This arm in the delt and in the pec, much more developed than this side of my body. This bicep and this lat are also much more developed than this bicep and this lat. Just the way that it is. This side of my core is much more developed than this side of my core, and I'm still working on correcting these muscular imbalances that I accumulated over years that I wasn't working out and still shooting heavy archery equipment, and hopefully we're going to learn from my mistakes. However, you need grip strength. You need to be able to hold that string so that you can be in control of your shot. And you also need endurance, because endurance takes over when the adrenaline is gone. You need to be able to hold that string back, because the further your fingers come forward, it's also going to change your method of shooting as you get more tired and more tired. So you need to be able to hold your grip. You also need to make sure that you're training the grip in your other hand just the same. So we train both lats, both biceps, both delts, both pecs, and so on. That way we have good, really good structural integrity in our body, where we've got stability, we've got strength, and we've got the endurance to be able to do multiple correct shots in a row. But you want to avoid getting a muscular imbalance, because it takes years of training to actually correct. One thing that often gets overlooked is training your grip strength. Now this can be very easily done with a pair of 5-gallon buckets full of sand and just holding them by the bucket wire. However, in this case, we're just going to do it with a pair of dumbbells here. These are 25-pound dumbbells, and while I am holding them in the upward row position for the sake of actually showing you, as you can see, I've got my 3 draw fingers on these, and literally you pick up the dumbbells with 3 fingers and you stand there literally until you can't hold them up with the 3 fingers in both hands anymore. Now in this case, I'm going to put them down just because you're going to get bored here before I actually have to let go of these things. But that is a really easy way to build your grip strength, is time under tension. And as you can see, still holding them. And it can be easily done with a 5-gallon bucket in each hand full of sand with just 3 fingers on the bucket wire. The 3 things that you're going to need is strength, stability, and endurance. You need the strength to draw the bow. You need the stability to control the bow. And you need the endurance to do it over and over again correctly and safely. Strength, stability, and endurance. That's what you need to build in order to be able to have fun with a heavy draw weight bow. And I hope that this is going to help you with all of them. Now what I have done here is basically taken segments of my workout that directly apply to archery here. Jumping jacks are a great warm-up, but it also tests your shoulder mobility. It really can help you. Everybody hates push-ups. I hate push-ups. However, this helps us actually brace, and push-ups are great for building mental toughness. They're also great for building up your core. The sandbag bodybuilder is going to basically be a total body exercise where we're going to hit the back, the front, the legs, basically everything. It's also going to work the grip during the pull-up segment. And so we're really working strength and stability and basically hitting muscles that we would be using during our draw cycle, doing the actual sandbag bodybuilder. We're also working both sides of our core when we do the spider push-up in the sandbag bodybuilder. So we're hitting the pecs and the core, we're hitting the lats, we are hitting the delts, and we are actually hitting the traps by gripping the bag, and we're also helping with our stability of having to control the bag, hitting the glutes and the legs obviously, and we're hitting the lats, even though I'm not a fan of the lawnmower style of draw. The often overlooked Turkish getup is incredibly important to be able to maintain your form in archery. As you notice, as I'm doing these get-ups, you see that my elbow is not locked out. You are really working the stability in your front shoulder that you're holding the bow with when you're doing it. Everybody overlooks the Turkish getup as simply a core and ab exercise. But the Turkish getup is really important to have a bulletproof style form for being able to hold that bow steady without having your elbow collapsing in. Partly, I'm talking about this because I had a huge problem with my elbow collapsing in if I was tired, but I have found that the Turkish getup has actually fixed that since I put it into my daily routine. It's important that all of these exercises you do under control. That's incredibly important, and it's important that we do both sides of them. If you want to find these exercises in the full workout video, you can check it out. I filmed everything, and I strongly recommend the full body workout. But the Turkish getup is probably one of the most important archery exercises that you could ever do, just based off of how much stability it takes to do a Turkish getup with a proper form, and how much it represents the actual holding the bow at full draw, or bracing to hold the bow and keeping a slight bend in your elbow here to actually be able to maintain that form over and over again. The dumbbell bodybuilder is a total body exercise. It's going to hit the pecs, the lats. It's also going to work your stability and your core, because you're going to have to support a significant portion of your body weight on only one arm and 2 feet at a time during the renegade row portion. It's also going to work your posterior chain. It's going to work your traps. It's going to work your biceps. It's going to hit your delts. And it's also going to work your grip strength of time under tension, of holding the weight in your hands as you step up and then lunge back and do everything under control. The dumbbell bodybuilder's renegade row portion does not replicate perfectly the draw cycle because we are doing a lawnmower style row, and that is, as I said, not a good way to draw a bow, but we're safe because we're not rotating up to an anchor point. However, just like with the Turkish getup, during the portion of the exercise where you're supporting a large majority of your body weight on one arm, you are trying to keep a perfect bent elbow form, so you are working that stability so that with a heavy bow you can maintain that perfect bent elbow form. Candidly, I feel like the AccuBow is a joke. There's nothing that is going to make you better at archery other than archery. These exercises are supplemental exercises, and as I mentioned, you can go to my channel, look up the workout that I do 6 days a week whenever I'm able, and follow along. Not only will it help train you up for controlling your bow better, because there are these archery specific exercises, but also it will help get you ready for the Train to Hunt Challenge if you're looking to compete. I really would love to see more traditional bow hunters involved in the Train to Hunt movement. It's life-changing. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. As always, God bless all my sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Please check out my friends over at threeriversarchery.com. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and those who served in the military. Thanks for watching Tex Grebner Outdoors. It is dangerous to release too much of my awesomeness all at once.